Good morning, Mr. Maestro Simply, or 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 simply, David. Yes, David, no, not. David Lynch. It's, it's, January 18, 2025, and it's a Saturday. I confess it's so difficult. Also yesterday I said this, but it's difficult now to do weather report without him, without Mr. Lynch, as well as the world isn't the same thing without him, so it's very difficult. I'll try to do the same for the same and the weather. In Naples today once again totally cloudy, sky in atmosphere in general, and it also seems that now it's early afternoon, practically let's say 13 and 40, 55 and 45 and 13 Celsius, and this means that it's really cold like this is periods, and cold fact it's a classic adjective that I use also for the winter periods of reports of 3 years ago. As a rap song, I don't remember, I think nobody was on board with Chinese, I suppose did. I'm sure, but I see the remember things for them. Let's also see that at the same time it's I propose if I cut the people shouldn't watch videos, it's better. I know perhaps a paradox for you, but not for me. And I did and always do identical operations for spring and the autumn and the summer. For spring and the autumn sono aggettive soft, vuole for the summer gli aggettivi hot, sono venuti su sensi cases a classic adjective, and as does regard the degrees, at least for me, also nothing to say, nothing but absolutely we can complain. Matter, yes, it's cold, obviously, it's winter, in some weeks we enter in the winter, in general it's cold, really cold, in particular in some states, e quindi notate also for the degrees, but at the same time take some method, bet 2 points, inspired by method, we move from method, is actually trade where 2 points I follow since 2 years, these 2 points are in a cold showers, if not freezer, and 2 hours later clothing as possible, thanks to these 2 points I always try to fight the cold since some years. And for this I feel interested in other people. Well, thank you to this aspect, but also for the other aspect, this other aspect, it's the degrees in general. So in fact, apart from last year, in past years, I didn't notice, remember, first of winter, like this with degrees. So for both the aspects, the fact that I try to fight the cold through these points and the degrees in general, for me the temperature is good, it's also the situation, the condition. The thing in general is good, and if also for people if there is sensations such as sort of me about this formalities relating to not for example think of cold showers if possible general people do or hot showers, I don't know, this depends on them. Still not to see today absolutely I can't say the same thing as just for example it's bad, right? It's a fraction be free, it's not sure this. Nigeria afternoon, I think at temperature 1 repeat this just before. If the fan for a fan at 13 Celsius. At important thing was atmosphere, set anticipated. Just before 2 di sa. Yes, so as the essere curtene, se mi ripeti constantemente, se curtene, you should see most effect that test suppose the factors that is repeat CVS practically cloudy, and also according to radio considering the trends of trend of this last day, I think later could be more oscure, and also that could be in front of once, see. But su esem dobu sicuramente Magic Wizards, insomma così, and if it's clear, it's a scheme. Today clear, very clear. Bad. Anche se basta lì con so series, winner new girl, insomma, it's super like it's 2 years. In fact, it's a new quote for this because we have 8 since for 2 years. It's for 2 years, and also this is beautiful. Pentalmente, infatti, forse in Airbnb di me, ma for me, better vis, per sentire in shot. Ti si può dire, mi va già in shot. La carica cresciuta USB and the contains are not visible but sono easy but this is sentire in the shot sono easy attivamente prima già ne shot. And finally, the mythical keyboard GX 640 APG 625 also in this case and smio già ne shot. Yeah, stiamo the people for 100%. It's like getting a dweller. So my body system. So myself and trust some skills. And finally, I hope you will have that breakfast. Today it's late. Yes, really late, but for me I think well, late also for my hours, fact and say late remaining for my hours, but the important thing is to fare con drago. Reaction la sembrando su 3, tu se saluti in fact in breakfast. Ti fiente ne sempre lieta, restare vita, ti fiente ne parte in metti di fitto su est magari things. Fico se go i passi di buoni di essa, in fact sembrando se ti so se finché te recordi se o sembrando se ti su straccio con la verità di repeat. Il cruise si che record on date of my hours. Twitter just roll, obviously just roll in quota 13 and 14. Really important thing to show it's members yet in some way also today fortunately so I'm really hungry. And as we always say breakfast is always some most things left in the world. Absolutely. Essence since a few days, as you know from the new mythical shots and new mythical beautiful biscuits with this is a palm breakfast in particular recommend the cereals, the palm cereals. And as regards the milk, there is a shot you can see the coffee finito, musica also the squeak chocolate as you can notice. Nicolas breakfast is always bomb, but this in particular it's a mega bomb. They are superb. Potrei ripetere in particolare recommend this Italian palm cereals. They are superb. I'll see you tomorrow. I suppose if I don't die, if I can't until tomorrow, what will happen? Now I will see.